Whoop whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
Shout out Doyen, the first one in this bitch. And today we'll be doing some more of our session zero, another character creation for the Walking Dead RPG from Freely. Technically, it's called the Walking Dead universe, but I think that sounds stupid, so I just call it the Walking Dead. Q is in this bitch. Shout out. Y'all share this fucking link out. Get some more people in here. So, anyone that's ever played the Alien RPG that Free League has made, what I just said, did you? It's showing up full.
Yeah, it's not loading at all
What the
now.
fuck? Doyen, are we coming? You see us any at all? Can you hear? Are we froze up on you?
Yeah, it's behind.
Try the
And
fucking
Billy
data
can't
shit
see him.
again. Hang on. Huh?
Zay says he can't see us neither.
Okay, how about now? Alright, Dorian.
Yeah, I got full signal.
Now we're and we might fucking have to. I don't understand what the fucking problem is.
Our service has been real crap all day. I was hoping it would line out by tonight enough to where it would work.
Is there anywhere else in the house you can go where you'll have a better signal?
I've
Or,
got perfect signal.
because,
It's not. It's the service. We've been having a lot of issues out of all the cell phone signals around here, like the service in general.
god damn it. I mean, I can hear us on the playback, or is that the echo from your phone?
There we go. Yeah.
So there's four columns, right? One, two, three, four. At the top of each column is a stat. So you have four stats, and then each stat has three associated skills. So there's a total of 12 skills. Okay? So the base system is, and we'll get into filling these in here in a minute, but basically, anytime you go to roll for
Mother.
most checks only require one success. Running campaign.
Yes.
Hang on. Always gets me. If you're doing a long running campaign, then yes, your success pool will carry over into each session. The only way it only works for one session is if we're doing a one shot. First thing we have to do is get your archetype, and that is pretty much that's going to be like your class in D&D or your occupation in Call of Cthulhu. It's going to be where you get all your feats and skills and shit from.
Yeah.
Let me. Oh, come on. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Use it to mark that. This one is yours. Okay, so here's the cool thing. You know how when we play D&D, I have a house rule where I don't like to have players start off as the same class. Like I like every player to have a different class.
Yeah.
That is baked into this game. It is in the rule book that every player has to have a different archetype. So, I'm going to let you know now, the very first archetype in this book is already taken because Jade is playing it, and that is the criminal. So, the criminal is not an option as of right now. I'm the other options are, and whenever you hear one that sounds interesting, just stop me. I'll read you the description that it gives for it. If that sounds intriguing, we'll continue. I'll let you know some of the different shit they get, and we'll just do that until you find one that you like. Cool.
Works for me.
All right. So stop me at the first one that piques your interest. The doctor, the farmer, the homemaker, the kid, the law enforcer, the nobody, the outcast, the politician, the preacher, the scientist, and the soldier.
Soldier.
We were told that when it gets bad, nothing matters more than keeping disciplined and sticking together. They said we were the best trained soldiers in the world. Even so, at the start of all this, most of my brothers and sisters in arms either turned tail or turned into monsters. Had to shoot my best friends to keep them away from a little girl, no older than my kid sister. I have dropped so many bodies, but I am no murderer. To me, there are three types out there: the walking dead, the living monsters, and human beings. Only one of them deserves to stay on its feet. That's the
Real quick.
description.
Nice. Real quick. Big shout out to JPC. I beat you
Whoop
to it.
whoop, JPC's in this bitch. Oh, speaking of which, JPC sent us some fan mail that we'll be doing as soon as it gets here. We'll be doing an unboxing on the channel. I don't know what's in it, but I know this motherfucker dropped like $100 or more at the post office. So,
Well, if I cannot be part of the live unboxing, then don't tell me before I get to watch the video.
okay. All right. So, are we sticking with Soldier? You want to hear what he's got?
Let me hear the.
You want me to read through them again?
What was the one before the outsider? I think that's what you
The
said.
Nobody.
Read that and
The Nobody
the
is that and what?
read that one. I think it was. What's the one before it?
The one before the Nobody?
Yeah,
Law Enforcer.
it's the one after the nobody.
Outcast.
Okay, read the nobody and the outcast.
Okay, Nobody. The last time I spoke with my mother, she kept mixing me up with my brother, and it's not like she was even senile or anything. She couldn't recall the name of my first girlfriend or who my friends were at school. It hurt at the time, but now I get it. Some days, even I don't want to remember don't remember those things. My life has been a haze of average grades, boring weekends, inspired dreams. It's hard to make others understand how different my situation is from back then. For me, the biggest change is not the bombed out landscape in The Walking Dead, but how it is between me and the people around me. They see me as important. They confide in me. They depend on me to find food for them. I guess that's why I take stupid risks. I have people worth doing it for. So that kind of strikes me as like, it's an average Joe that no one ever really notices. They don't stand out in any way. They can
Okay.
probably disappear into a crowd pretty easily, you know? And
Where's
then the
Waldo?
outcast. Yeah, the outcast. We could have guessed that living on the streets for 10 years would ever be. Oh, I misread that, my bad. Damn it. Who could have guessed that living on the streets for 10 years would ever be a more marketable experience than a college degree? I know how to become invisible, where you can hide, sleep, and stay unseen, day or night. What's unsafe to eat and drink? Hell, how to make.
Hmm.
So basically, the way I differentiate the nobody from the outcast, because it sounds like it would be describing a similar type person just on the name. The nobody is real good at stealth and sneaking, whereas the outcast is good at survival and tracking and shit like that.
Hmm.
JPC says you're gonna like.
Yeah, I seen that a while ago. Um. Damn. Let's go with the. Let's go with the outsider. That was the last one you read, right? Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so yes, the outcast. All right, now key your key attribute, which is so you don't roll for your stats in this game. It'll give you a pool of points to distribute, kind of like skill points in Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah.
So the you can start any stat is 3. Your key attribute you can start 1 point higher, so you can start it at 4. And your key attribute is wits, which is like a intelligence slash wisdom.
Yeah.
So I'm going to on wits. That way we know that you can jack 1 more point into that. Uh, Key skill. Your skill is the same. Pretty much, you get a pool of points to put in them. So
That worked.
let me use this for a sec. Let me go to the talents page. 55. Okay, the nobody's talents. Oh no, outcast talents. Here we go. So the 3 talents that you have to choose from are knows all the tricks, scavenger, and lone wolf. Knows all the tricks. You can use stealth instead of manipulation when you lie. So, like, normally lying to someone would be like, it'd be a social thing. It'd be like a deception check, or in this game, they call it manipulation.
Yeah.
But if you take knows all the tricks, you'll be able to use your stealth skill.
Okay.
Basically, what it does is when you build up stress, you can, as long as you're not in combat or any kind of super important survival scenario, you can take a few minutes in game to talk with your anchor and just do some RP with them and lower your stress.
I don't. I understand that
So
concept.
that's what your
But I
anchors
don't.
are. And everyone starts with one PC anchor and one NPC anchor. And so Lone Wolf would allow you to pick yourself as the PC anchor.
Right. However, there's a thing that I don't see how it would work in that scenario because you said it could be like somebody like, oh, I don't trust that person. Wouldn't being around somebody you don't trust add
All
more
right, hang on.
stress?
I see you talking. I don't hear you talking. Can you repeat that? Our tech shit sucks, bro.
It really does. Uh, um, with the whole um, downtime with the anchor and shit to relieve your stress and everything.
Oh
If it
shit.
was one of those,
Can anyone else
fuck.
hear him? Cause I can't. Put it in the chat. Oh, I heard it right. All right, you just caught up. Now, what were you saying?
Okay, with the whole anchor relieving stress, how exactly would that
Mm-hmm.
work if it was like a negative influence, like somebody you don't trust or somebody you don't like? How would that, like, what, logically speaking, how would that lower stress?
Um, what I would do is either having a conversation with them to clear the air that could relieve stress, or tailing them to make sure they're not up to nothing, could relieve some stress, shit like that.
So, not necessarily conversation itself, but like in that scenario, doing
The
what you
RP.
do, right? Um, which archetype did she pick?
The criminal.
Okay.
Let me see, what talent did she take? She took threatening posture. Threatening posture, you can use force instead of manipulation when you threaten someone. The
Well, I'm
one she
pretty
took is
sure.
kind of like how your first one is. His name with the eye patch. The governor.
Huh?
The
The guy
governor
from
from the
what?
show with
Oh
the eye
shit, I don't
patch.
remember. I don't remember. Let me
They
go
call
ahead and
everyone
get.
called him the governor, but I can't remember his name.
Yeah. Let me get. Let me take the second one. The more food.
Scavenger.
Yeah.
So your talent, your first talent is scavenger. And now, when we're upgrading characters, and you get to where you can choose another talent, the talents from each archetype. There's only three options. So when you get your other talent, you can either choose another one of those, or they have a list of general talents that everyone can take as they go up. You can choose from that list. But for the
Yeah.
first one, it has to come from the archetype list.
Um, I have a question.
Core rulebook
Off of
page.
task here, a little sidebar. Um,
Okay.
Mom is supposed to be coming and visiting. I don't. I haven't heard from her about her coming tonight, so it'll be tomorrow. Um, would you be okay if she swung by and grabbed that book,
If who swung by?
Mom?
You were breaking out. I didn't catch all that. If she swung by here and grabbed that the free RPG day book I got for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool. How she could grab cat's shit while she's here too,
If she's got room, she's bringing a book or her free
or
RPG
Jade's
day stuff.
shit. I tap. Oh, I tabooed. Call me out, Nexus.
Dude, I didn't catch it, man. I've been up since early as shit. I worked today.
Maybe it glitched out right there. Maybe no one heard.
The volume was off.
But yeah, tell her what, when, what day.
It would be with as late as what it is. I don't think she'll be coming tonight, so it'll be tomorrow.
It's like if your options are: I'm an alcoholic, people do not like me, I exhibit odd behavior.
Hmm. Oh.
Now, keep in mind, it does state in here that for these ones, these next couple, this one and the next one we're doing and that shit, and make up your own if you don't like the shit, the options. However, you know me, and the first time we do anything, I'm gonna use the pre-written shit just so we
Yeah.
can play it out and see how it works before we start trying to add to it.
Oh, here's Joe. I'm gonna get her input on it. Oh,
There
I'm
we
gonna let her
go,
sit down
Jay.
and get. I'm gonna let her. I'm gonna let her sit down and get comfortable. She hurting.
Hey, there's a treat for you guys. Jade is gonna help Nexus with his character creation.
Let's give her a minute. She's in some pain.
This is gonna be like the longest session zero series ever because I have two different groups to do these with, and a single session zero isn't done until all people in that group.
Yeah. Shit. I'm the
I
weirdo.
was just about to suggest that. All right, so we're gonna go with that one.
Ah, real quick question. This is for the
Hit
chat.
it.
The whole three. Okay, the whole one person. If everybody in your social group is classified as weirdo, does that make y'all normal? Yeah, JPC said Whoopus Maximus.
Yes. All right, now again, three options. You're gonna pick out your drive, which is bond in D&D.
Okay.
Your options are: I'm a survivor, this is my new family, I will have revenge.
Okay. Uh, Survivor, family, revenge. Uh,
The
uh,
first one I say would probably be more, it'd be like, I'll do whatever the fuck I have to do to survive. The
yeah.
second one would be like, I'll do whatever I have to protect these people. And then the last one would be like, I'll do whatever I have to kill the motherfucker that wronged me in some way.
Let's not talk about that. Let's go with option one.
Survivor?
Yeah. I'm not above
I'm
throwing
a
somebody.
survivor. I'm not gonna give up.
I'm not above tossing some. I nominate Wilbur.
What better way? I was actually thinking, what better way to make that motherfucker?
Because I got to thinking, scientist is Wilbur through and through. That doctor, Dr. Chop Chop. Yes, that's your brother. And then, the soldier, the fucking bug out tactical nerd. I've been half paying attention while I
Free
work.
JPC's coming.
I've been half paying attention while I vape and paint. Now I'm too high and can't see straight.
I didn't know that Ninja was a poet.
My died. Give me some battery, bro.
I don't need battery. Flame on. Okay. Now.
It died.
The fuck?
So relationship to other characters.
Bro, I missed some funny shit.
Relationship to other characters we can't get until we get your anchors. What happened?
Bro, they're having a side conversation over here. I didn't catch it. Jade looks at SQ and is like, how you feeling? She goes, I feel like I'm dying. I held up my vape and said, it died.
So,
I mean, funny.
with the next section, we can't get your relationships until we know who your anchors are. So what we're gonna do now is get your gear. Do you happen to have a D6 available?
I can in like 10 seconds. Parton to messiness, if you sees it. You said a D6. D6.
Alright. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna roll that 3 times and tell me what each individual result is. And for each that is nice. Roll that D6.
Take boba.
There, I got a 4.
What is it?
A 4.
Okay, are you ready for this, Nexus?
Sure.
You have
I rolled a 4.
4. You have 4 Molotov cocktails.
Nice.
Right out of the gate. Go ahead and give me your second D6 roll.
A 3.
3. You have a spear.
Yay. Pointy.
Alright, last
Another
one.
3. That was another 3. Got a 2.
2. A pistol. So all your starting equipment is weapons, bro.
Now, hold on. I'm about to point a thing out because I don't think you ever watched fucking Z Nation. Who's my favorite character on Z Nation?
I can't remember the name.
10K?
Is that?
Think about it.
4K.
Think about it. 10K was a survivalist.
Yes.
What did he always have? All he had was fucking weapons. If it was a stabby weapon or a blow shit up weapon or a fucking gun. All he had was this dude packed around weapons like I do in D&D. I made 10K. No, that does not compare. He wears a tactical vest, but it's One stat can't be maxed.
3, and 4.
And how many? How many? You said I get 12.
You have 13.
Oh,
So literally, you can max them all for starters. Now, you won't be able to do that with your skills because you have access to all the skills, but you only get 12 points for skills. So you'll have to pick and choose which ones you take. But,
sure, max.
yeah. Alright, so strength 3, agility 3, wits 4, empathy 3. Okay, so strength stats include close
Hey, talk
combat.
to me for a minute. Nexus
In
had to step out for a second.
what the motherfucking fuck?
He had to take care of something
It
important.
keeps cutting. The signal is shit, so I'm trying to finish this, and I'm hoping that once it's published, it'll flow.
Right.
Mom scared the fuck out of me.
Oh.
My mom just scared the fuck out of me. He calls, didn't tell us she was on the way or
Why?
nothing. Says is Sykeston halfway? Roughly why? What's going on? Because they're having an issue with their fucking truck overheating. So the first thing went to my mind was it said boom. I guess. I guess she stopped at fucking Walmart in Sykeston picking up veggies and shit. All right. Sorry, I had to make sure everything was all right.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good. Just let me know when you're ready, and we can
Oh,
start
we're
filling in your
good to
skills.
go. We are good to go.
I'm always terrified.
Okay.
Hey,
So each stat has 3. Huh?
I tried calling you earlier, by the way. Jade did a no-no.
I was on the phone when you called.
Jade did a
Why?
no-no because
What'd she do?
Mike brought SQ a big bag of fresh sweet corn, and she thought it was a good idea to pick it up and carry it.
I didn't carry it. I just moved it from the
Oh, yeah. I know. She snitched herself out when I talked to her earlier.
I told him that Wilbur told on me. I just moved it
And I
from
told
the
Wilbur, good fucking job. So,
I think they're forgetting how terrifying that can actually be.
where did
I didn't carry it. I literally
cigarettes go?
Yeah, keep
They're in
strumming
the
that wood, strumming
fucking
that head.
flow. I'm a big fat fuck, yo.
Now you're about as stubborn as the horse that you lead to water that refuses to drink.
Yo, man, motherfuckers be watching us on here. I guarantee you, Humble finally met my ass. He did not expect me to be this short.
You didn't
Like,
expect
he
him to be
walks up
my
to me
size, neither
outside.
did you.
Dude, legit. He starts walking up outside, and I'm like, what's up, bro?
Have you watched that interview?
Yeah.
Oh, it's dope.
With Wang in the beginning.
Hey,
Chris
hey,
is only a little bit taller than me, so.
hey, hey. I bet you were like, I'm your biggest fan. Because I'm gonna tell you
I'm
now,
like,
with my
I'm your
Kansas City,
biggest fan.
because with my smart ass in that position, if somebody would have said that, and like the person saying that is like this much shorter than me, I'm well. Are you sure you're not my smallest fan? All right, so back to these skills. Um, so I have 12 skills. Oh, motherfucker. sorry, shit.
We gotta do something about this fucking internet, man.
I'm fixing to start going to McDonald's for Wi-Fi.
And force, which is like an athletics check or a grapple check or something like that. Breaking
Okay.
through shit, strength check, shit like that. Agility skills, which is like your dex and shit. Mobility, which is running, jumping, climbing, all that shit. Ranged combat, pretty self-explanatory. Bows, throwing spears, guns, and
Okay,
stealth.
real
Everyone knows
fast.
what stealth is.
Real quick. Now, with my spear, would that also, if I'm using it to stab shit, that would fall under the strength shit, right? With melee weapons. If I chose to throw it, it would fall under that, right?
Okay, so that was breaking up, so I couldn't hear half of it. So I'm just gonna say what I'm gonna say as far as your spear goes, and you tell me if it answers your question. If not, then we'll try to see if I can hear it when you react. But as far as using your spear, if you're using it to jab at someone or something, it would be a close combat check. If you're throwing it, it would be a ranged combat check. Does that answer the question, or did you ask something else? Okay, cool. All right, so those are your agility skills. Wits skills are scout, which is like perception, listen, spot, all that good shit. Survival, which is tracking and gathering information and shit like that. And tech, which is like working on walkie talkies, computers, cars, shit like that.
Okay.
Empathy skills. Your empathy is like your will or like your power in Call of Cthulhu. So empathy skills are leadership, which is like social shit. Manipulation, which is like medicine, which is like first aid. So those are the skills. Uh, which ones do you want in?
Oh man, that's that is a lot for me to fucking remember at one time. So I've got 12 points.
Well, how about this? Go off your stat. Just tell me. We got strength, agility, wits, and empathy.
All right. Uh, the strength.
Your strength skills are close combat, endure, and force.
What is force again? That's for the grapple, right?
Force is like breaking through shit, breaking out of shit, uh, grappling people, stuff like that.
Okay.
It's
Give
strength based
me
things that don't deal damage.
right. Give me two in the one for like the melee attack. Uh, like like
All
if I
right, that
decide to
was
stab
breaking
shit
up.
with my sword.
Try
Put
start
2 points
again.
on 2 points for
Okay.
stabbing shit.
So close combat,
Yep.
not get sick. It's basically a fortitude or constitution save.
1 point.
Throwing, shooting, and then stealth, sneaking around shit. So 2 points in range.
2 points in range.
Is that what that was?
Yeah.
Okay. mobility or stealth?
2 in stealth.
2 in stealth. Okay. All right. Wits. So far, you've used 2, 4, 6, 7. So you have 5 points left. Scout.
1 point survival, 2 points in tech. Or not tech.
1 in
Read them again.
a point in scout. That's like your perception checks.
No, read them again.
Oh. Scout, which is like perception. Survival, which is like tracking and shit. And tech, which is working on tech shit.
2 on the first one, 1 on the second one.
Fuck. All I got out of that was 2 and 1. I'm so sorry. This is so annoying.
Motherfucker, quit!
There's
Nothing
not
in
an
empathy.
X skill.
None of them.
You don't want none of those? Okay. So do you want to put those 2 points on one of these other skills that's still open?
Yep. Go to agility.
Alright. The only one left is mobility.
1 point.
Okay. And then for strength, you can either put 1 more in endure or you can put it in force.
Do 1 on endure.
You gotta
Wait,
choose
which
before
one?
it cuts us again.
Which one do I have nothing on?
Which? Do what?
Which of the strength based has nothing?
God damn it. I think we're about to get cut off again. The empty box, is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, so that's force. Alright, cool. Awesome. Alright, so there's your skills. So the highest one you have is Scout, which would give you 6 dice to roll each time you roll for that. And that's if you don't have any stress. Every time, so basically, you can push rolls like you do in Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah.
Only instead of needing a higher success, when you fail and you decide to push, you have to take a point of stress. And basically, for every point of stress you have, it adds another die to your roll. So it's increasing your chance of success on the check, but at the same time, if any of those stress dice come up as a 1, you stress out and bad shit happens.
Gotcha.
If nothing, it's just not a success. If you roll a 1
So,
on a stress die, it's bad.
so it's the equivalent of rolling at disadvantage, but a lot.
So, like, basically, you'll have 2 sets of D6s, right? I have a
Yeah.
box with me just for that because Alien uses the same system. So you'll have a set of D6s with numbers on them, and then you'll have a set of D6s with dots on them, right? So the ones with the numbers, that's your base set. That's what you'll be using. And then for every point of stress, you'll add a dotted die. So like, say you're rolling for range combat and you have 3 points of stress. You'll take your 2 from range combat, add it to your 3 from agility. You're going to grab 5 numbered d6s, right? And then you have those 3 points of stress, so you're going to grab 3 dotted d6s. So now you're rolling 8 dice. Every 6 that comes up, no matter what die it's on, is a success. But if any of the dotted die come up as a 1, stress out happens, and more than likely that's going to draw walkers.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Alright, so now we need to know, what do you look like?
Alrighty.
Can I see
Well, I'll tell you.
the phone?
Okay.
I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you.
Okay, hang on. Since we're having the technical issues we're having, I'm just gonna have you text me your character's physical description here in a little bit.
I forgot to.
Because we can do that way, and it's like a sentence or two. So the only other thing we need right now is I need to know your character's first and last name, and then you need to make sure no one else that will be playing can hear me right now, because you are going to have a character secret, and I need to let you know what that is.
Do I need to close my ears?
Better question, do we
Yeah,
both?
if you cannot hear his secret,
So I can't
You
watch
will be
this.
There you
live.
go.
Want us to step right out here for just
There you go.
a second and then give us a wave or something?
Can you see it?
correct. You cannot watch this part.
One of us accidentally hears why.
There you go. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I don't think he's looking.
You need to look.
That's your physical description?
Yes. I'll give
Text
you
me
another.
that picture.
I'll pull one up of him and send it to you later.
Okay. Do we need to close our ears now?
Okay.
Yes, y'all need to close y'all's ears.
Well, can I close one?
Alright. You still got that D6?
Yeah.
Alright, roll it and just tell me if it's even or odd.
Odd.
Odd. Alright, no one can hear me. Your secret is you plan to take back what they stole, especially your rifle, and then demand that they are cast out from the group. So basically, the plot of this one shot is there's a couple of people in y'all's group. One of them being, I guess if we're making Wilbur the leader, Wilbur's girlfriend was cheating on him with a new guy in the group, and they got found out, and then they dipped out. They stole a pickup truck and a couple of rifles and some food and shit and dipped the fuck out. And the whole point of the adventure is you guys tracking them down and getting your shit back. So your rifle is one of the items they stole. And your secret is once you get your shit back, you are demanding that they are not allowed back in the group. Because you have a
Okay.
feeling that Wilbur's character is probably going to let him back simply because he's dating her, you know?
Okay. I have a question.
Alright, I will write that on your sheet in a minute. I need your first and last name.
To be announced. I have not thought that far ahead yet.
Oh, you motherfucker. Where is the weapons table so I can get you there?
Fucking,
Here it is. Okay, so Molotov cocktails. You have 4. They deal. Blast power 6. Damn, 6 points of damage. Range is short.
I think they're trying to make it look like they're not
Thing
listening, and I
is,
think they're listening.
ooh, you don't get. Do what? We're cutting out of each other's shit again.
I just sat there withering away.
3.
Oh,
Is it? Am I clear?
feel it.
It's nowhere near as tough as it was.
Feel like a top is actually croaking. You don't look like you're about to get
Write your physical description down from the picture. You're gonna text me a name, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. Well, other than that, sir, you are finished.
Wait.
I can't.
You're asking me for personal description. You know what Ruby wrote.
Oh. Put this back. Close that. Ugh.
Yes, we went through this.
Okay.
I didn't know that until like.
Like I said, I gotta read through it again, get some more info on some of the NPCs so we can get your NPC anchor. Once we have more of the players have their sheets done, we'll be able to get PC anchors. You're gonna send me that picture and your name for your name and description, right?
Yeah.
I think that's all we still need to do. So yeah, we're good for that one. Do you have any questions?
You and I always end up playing best
Does Jade or SQ want to say anything?
What the homemaker is?
Um, you want me to go ahead and read the description?
Yeah, sure.
Here it is. Okay. Oh, this is a bit longer. The homemaker. I am a living cliche, or I was. Brandon wanted me to stay in the house. At first, I thought it was because he couldn't trust anyone to being the prom queen and everything. But when the kids came and all I'd done for years was cook food, clean, and wash clothes, I realized he thought he owned me. He didn't beat me. Well, he did. But the kid law enforcer, the nobody, the politician, the preacher, the scientist, and the soldier.
Now we all have to be different, correct?
Do what?
Yes, we all have to be different.
Okay. So which ones are available?
The ones that he
I'm
read off.
sorry,
Okay.
my fucking internet sucks.
Okay. I'm kind of a toss up between the doctor and the scientist.
She's hung between the doctor and the scientist.
Between which ones?
The doctor and the scientist.
Was one of those scientists?
Either the doctor or the scientist.
So the scientist, the key stat is wits. The key skill is tech. The talent options are intuition, techno, babbler, and handy. The doctor, key stat is empathy. Key skill is medicine, talent options, emergency medicine, doctor patient hierarchy, and seeing it all. Let me go to the talents
Hang on a
page.
second. Keep her in there. Shut that door.
There
Okay.
we go. Okay, so doctor talents, emergency medicine, gain +2 to medicine when you stabilize a critical injury that needs basic medical gear. Doctor patient hierarchy, when you use manipulation against someone who is injured, you get a bonus equal to the number of health points they have taken in damage. Seen it all, you do not take stress from seeing someone get wounded, tormented, or even broken. So that's good. Normally, like, if you see someone that you know or care about get fucked up or bitten or something like that, it requires you to take a stress point. It's another way to gain stress other than just pushing rolls.
I like that one.
Scientists, talents, intuition. Once per session, you can ask the GM how things in the game world work and are related to get some useful information or suggestion on how to proceed. Techno babbler. You can use tech instead of manipulation when you discuss complex matters. Handy. With a little time and some tools, you can repair most things even if you don't have the right parts. You also get a +2 to tech when you repair things as a project.
I like the doctor.
And depending on what archetype you pick, you'll get one. Every archetype has 3 talent options, and you'll choose one of those talents to start. And then once you guys are going and you start advancing and upgrading and shit, you can get more talents. So once you get that, you'll be able to either get one of these other talents from here that you weren't able to get that you liked, or you can go to this other page, which has a whole right here that's just general talents that anyone can take. And that list
Okay.
has more shit to appeal to everyone. But
Okay.
starting off, you'll have to pick one of the options from the archetype.
Okay. Now, would I do that? Knowing that I'm going to go with the doctor, would I do that when I do my character sheet?
Yes. But you're
Okay.
definitely going with doctor? Because if
Yes.
so, I can go ahead and write that on your sheet now.
Yes, that's what I'm going with.
All right, go.
Let him know my phone's about to die. Hey, my phone is about to die. It is at
All right.
1%.
All right. Well, we have what we came here for. Thank you very much, Nexus, for joining us today and putting up with my technical bullshit.
Mhm.
We're in the back. Shout out to SQ, shout out to Wilbur, shout out to all the motherfucking Hellraisers. And shout out to all y'all motherfuckers in the chat, man. Y'all are all awesome as shit. We fucking love you guys. So until next week. Whoop, whoop.
Whoop whoop.
Whoop, whoop.